Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Yes, and thanks for all the love for our first video.
And we're already on the first weekend of this year, and usually our weekends are like first day we try to get our groceries and second day we try to chill with our friends.
Yeah, so it's a nice Saturday morning and we thought we are doing our groceries. Let's get you on with a journey so that we can show you some tips and tricks on how to save some money.
And when you're a newcomer here in Canada, you generally don't know where to buy your groceries from. And as an Indian, we tend to go to Indian grocery stores instead of exploring the nearby market or nearby superstores which are there.
Yeah, I think it's similar to how we have our D-Marts, Reliance Market in India.
Yeah.
There are these big brands.
Similar to those, there are brands here as well. Like Walmart is the biggest brand, and then there is No Frills, Loblaws, Sobeys, and many more such like them.
Yeah, and I think we as Indians, we tend to, eat more Maggies. We tend to crave for them. We tend to, crave for Pani Puri, or, we tend to crave for stuff like Haldirams and all these bhujia and snacks and stuff which we used to get back home. Yeah.
And all this stuff you even get there in the superstores which we are talking about.
Yeah, so that's what we came to know much later, that you don't have to go to all these Indian stores to get stuff. You can get it, and I think 90% of the times they are cheaper in, these places.
Yeah, and sometimes there are some offers also.
Yeah, during Diwali.
During Diwali, I mean, we do get Indian desserts too, so that's the best part.
And I think, what the reason is, I was doing some research, and Toronto as a whole, there are 50% Europeans, 20% South Asians, specifically Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, and 20% Asians, Chinese, Japanese, etc., and then 10% the rest. So it makes sense, right? For all these big stores to have a section specifically to cater us.
Yeah. So when I take you inside, you'll see that there are sections dedicated to South Asian food. You'll find pulses, you'll find all masalas which we use in our day-to-day life.
I mean, today our aim is to educate you a little bit more on how you can save some money, give some tips and tricks on how you can make good choices.
And when we had just moved into the space where we are living in right now, we used to travel around 7-8 kilometers to the nearest Walmart to buy our groceries from, because we didn't know what all options were around us. So our suggestion would be, when you move in, you try to look around and search for a superstore which is closer to your place before going to the closest
Walmart or Indian store.
Big brand.
Yeah, because not necessarily you will save a lot of money there.
Yeah, because you'll be spending on traveling, commute. So it's better to look for a walkable place where you can get your groceries from.
Yeah.
And when you enter these stores, you'll see that they have these flyers or pamphlets on the papers where they do tell what things are on offers. And I've seen that it happens with Walmart, and I've seen it in No Frills as well, that people take those papers and they see what things are on offer. They definitely buy those things along with the items that they plan to buy. So
it's a good way to save some money. I mean, you don't have to physically be in the stores as well for these flyers. I mean, if you have like 4 or 5 supermarkets nearby you, and you want to buy a specific product, you can spend some 10 minutes online, look at their apps, see what their monthly flyer is and which items are on discount, and then you can choose the store, right? So that's a good way too.
And also all the stores here don't have same prices of the stuff. So it could differ from place to place.
So flyers are a good way to kind of filter that out.
Yeah, and if you're checking online as well on Walmart app or on No Frills or PC Optimum app, you'll see that the prices of stuff are not same. Some things might be higher in No Frills but might be lower in Walmart, but other things might be higher in Walmart and lower in No Frills.
Another important tip is, in Canada you have these loyalty cards. So for example, there will be an offer in No Frills that you buy 2 bags of avocados and you get like 5,000 points in it. So what does that point mean? It's basically you're saving some $3 or $2.5 on avocados, which is again a good deal.
Yeah, and you can always collect those points into dollars.
Yeah.
If you have such cards.
And you can use it for car washes.
Yeah.
You know, you can use it to buy flights if you have like good enough points and stuff.
Yeah. For
right?
example, he has a credit card which gives him benefits on if you buy groceries from Food Basics.
Yeah.
But I have PC Optimum on my name, which gives us points on if we buy SO gas or if we buy groceries from
Yeah.
friends.
And it's useful. I mean, you can, you know, save some money when you're buying gas, I mean, petrol, diesel, and buying groceries. I think we should make another video about this, and I think, you know, we will make on, as a newcomer, how you can choose the best loyalty program for you, which in turn would be, you know, which bank you go to have your account with, because it's in turn tied with the banks, right?
Because newcomers have some benefits. You get some cash back if you register as a student, or if you register as an individual, you get some cash back there as well. So we'll make some video which is more informative
specifically for that. Yeah. So now let's go. Yeah. All right.
Now we are entering No Frills, which is about 2 kilometers from our place, the nearest superstore.
Yeah, and they claim that their prices can't be beat, so we trust them, and hopefully we'll see some good discounts today. So as you can see, a lot of people here. Most people tend to come early because that's when you can get like the fresh produce, and you know, you don't have to pick whatever is left when you come towards the evening.
Parking is almost full. I hope we decided on the right time to buy groceries and we are not too late or not too early. So Sonali is picking the cart right now. One thing, in order to pick the carts, you need to insert these coins. So it's $1 right here in No Frills. It could be, you know, a $2 or a cent elsewhere. So just make sure you have these spare coins with you whenever you go, because it's easier with the cart. And this also makes sure that, you know, the cars aren't lying anywhere. You know, once you're done with your groceries, you put them in a proper place, because then you take the coin back with you. So that's there. So if you see towards the left, these were the flyers which we spoke about. These keep changing weekly or monthly, and No Frills wanted to go digital, so they basically have all these pasted right outside. You can quickly have a look. It'll help you decide what to, you know, choose better and get some good deals. And you can also see them in the app. Now we're basically entering the market. The first section is all of fresh produce and some flowers, which we take sometimes. Mushrooms are definitely cheap here, so we are picking some up. Now there is a separate section for, you know, green vegetables. There is a separate section for all of these different, you know, bell peppers, capsicums. One thing about all of these supermarkets is you get everything you used to get back home for your basic needs, like brinjals, okras, and, you know, all the vegetables here. Keep an eye out for these yellow color boards, because those say that they are an in-store feature versus the white ones which are on regular prices. This section is for all of the fruits. As you can see, there are really some fresh, right, picked out of the tree fruits as well. And, you know, apples is something which we eat most of the time, so we are picking some for us today. You also have, you know, different types of plums, different types of, you know, other vegetables as well. Look out for these big boards in the store which say that, you know, you have some additional points if you buy these things, which is another way to save some dollars. For example, this has some, you know, additional points on some of the things which are here. You get coconuts, you get, you know, green chilies, which we like sometimes. You get avocados as well. Everything, like you name it, it's in the store. We needed some green vegetables and some salads as well. So carrots are on our buy list today. You get gingers, you get garlics, you get, you know, different types of onions, as you can see here. We are not going to show prices of each of these items, because this video is not to tell you how much each cost. This video is more to, you know, show you on how you can save some money in these supermarkets. So onions, for example, you have different varieties you can choose from. They come in like packets of 1 lb or, you know, 5 lb or 10 lbs, or you have them for loose as well. We, for 1 week, we pick those 1 lb ones, which is enough for us. Some greens as well. If you are into salads, you have a separate aisle to just pick all those things too. And, you know, if you like broccolis, if you like other salads, there is
fresh section of salads too. It's a pre-mixed salad. You basically add some meat into it, and then it's like your meal. And these vegetables which you get back home, cauliflowers, cabbages, these are there too. These are those big bulk onions and potatoes which we spoke about. And you have, for healthier people, some red potatoes or your regular white potatoes too.
So heading to the bakery section now, you'll see that there are some tortillas. If you like to make wraps, you can pick these. You see some more breads here, some bagels, some bread loaves, and there are cookies as well. We always plan on picking these, but because of calories, we try to stay away. Yeah, some rusk cakes if you like. Now there are some naans. If you have some guests arriving at your place, you can pick these as well. We had eaten these rotis from Crispy Roti a lot when we had come to Canada initially, and they have a lot of variety in it, from besan roti to methi roti to whole wheat rotis. Heading to the bread section, Bhavish has picked up a bread and he checked what's the expiry date on it to be sure that we are not reaching expiry date.
This is my favorite section, the fresh seafood and meat. Not every supermarket has this, Walmart does not, but there is this fresh section of seafood and meat in No Frills. You get to choose if you want the fresh or if you want the packed one as well, you can choose it too. We usually go for the easy ones like, kingfish or prawns and mostly chicken in the butcher shop, but you have all types of meat too. Like I said, you have an option. You can get the fresh ones or you can get these pre-packed ones. I mean, there are different types. You have the organic chicken, you have the regular ones.
There are these sections and they have these numbers listed on the top and also the name of the items which are in these sections. So if you are someone who is new, you can always look at the names or the products which are listed and then go to that section to pick up your item, and you can always ask the staff. They are always very friendly. Coming to the relevant stuff, there is this dedicated section for dals and pulses which we Indians use, and you have all the varieties in it.
So they tend to keep these complementing stuff nearby. So after dals, you will see this section of oils, different types, olive, sunflower, and coconut, everything. And also, which is relevant to us, are our ghee. So you have this desi ghee which you can use, and trust me, they're of good quality.
Coming to masalas, there is a separate section just for Indian spices. Would you believe it? I have also seen some non-Indians picking from this section. Looks like butter chicken is everyone's favorite. This brand, Suraj, which is local to Canada, has some good priced spices. You get everything from red chili powder to saunf, poha, khada masala. You also have this option. If you don't want to go with Suraj, you can pick MDH, Shan, which you get back in India. You also have Everest as well. So basically you don't have to go to Indian store to buy Indian masalas every time.
So the next section is where you have these nuts and snacks. This is again my favorite section. You have everything from Haldirams here and some other brands. You have these bhujia saves, you have khatta meeta, you have moong dal which used to eat back in India. Also you have separate section for pani puris, bhel puris, all these charts as well. If you are having some friends over, I would highly recommend this. Also, you have these namak paras as well, which goes really good with Indian chai.
So now coming to my favorite section, which is this sparkling water. I love it because it's 0 calorie and it helps me making my cocktails over the weekend. And they come in different flavors. My personal favorite are peach and watermelon. Milk usually comes in packets or in bottles. We usually pick the 4-liter packets because it comes throughout the week for us, and make sure to check the expiry before you pick one. Eggs too come in different sizes and quantity. We usually go for 30 egg crate as it's cheap. You also have almond, oat milk and yogurts beside it.
Coming to the section of frozen foods, along with all the nuggets and wings and all, you have a section for Indian stuff too. We really like this Nanak ki mango rasmalai. Once you've eaten it, you're gonna go back for sure. Then you have these quick meals as well, like frozen chole bhatures or frozen parathas which you get here. They are not really good, they are okay, but if you really like them, you can, try it out. This is how this section looks like. We have frozen peas and frozen vegetables as well, which are really handy in case you want to make like a quick pulao or something, and you can buy stuff from here. We have a section for all the chips too. I think you get the Indian Lays too here, but the flavor is not as good as how we get it back there. Then you have a section for beers too. LCBO is the place where you go to buy stuff, but if you're too lazy, you can buy it here. Towards the end, you have this section of frozen fruits and berries, which are really good for smoothies, and some ice creams too. If you're just craving while you're exiting, you just pick some and then you go out. I think that's the strategy. So finally, we are done. So this week's groceries are complete. We did not have an option of self-checkout because we had a lot of stuff in the trolley. But if you're just picking up a few items, you can go to self-checkout to save some time. As you can see, we are going back to our car with the grocery cart. We did not have a bag, so we are keeping stuff in the car and then placing the grocery cart. I hope she does not crash because I see a lot of people here.
One tip from us would be to make a list before you go and buy groceries, because these superstores tend to be quite large, and if you plan on going through all the sections and then see what you want to buy, it becomes very difficult. You'll tend to spend around 2 to 3 hours in the store, which you would not want, and you would also not want to overspend. So we try to prepare a list of the things which we'll need for the week, and yeah, that's how we buy our stuff and stick to the budget. Hello, we are back again after the shopping.
It was busy.
Yeah,
no
it was
frills.
Very busier than usual. I think we chose the wrong day to shoot the video.
I know, and I think I upset a few people as well with my, video camera on their faces, but hopefully they won't mind. I said sorry afterwards, so. Okay. Yeah. So, the motivation to create this video was, just to give a few tips and tricks to new people who come here and hopefully help them in their journey. I know it's not an expert review of grocery, but we just wanted to put out some information out there.
Yeah, we also wanted to give a look and feel of how grocery stores are here.
Yeah.
It was super crowded today.
So you would not see some good shots of, most things.
Of the stuff. We'll try to give good background, reduce the background noises.
So that was the video for this week, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, comments, feedbacks, good and bad both, we would appreciate it. Do let us know in your comments.
And if you have specific topic which you would want to cover, like what was our journey and how did we plan and anything, just let us know. We would like to give you that information, and that will also give us the motivation to create more for you guys. Thank you so much. Please go and subscribe to our channel. That is another motivation. But thank you so much for staying with us till now.